testosterone only cycles. So a lot of people favour testosterone as a primary compound in the cycle, which makes sense. I'm one of those people. Because if you take anything, which I've said in the oral only video, it's going to impact your natural production. Whether it shuts it off completely or just impacts it a little bit, it's going to impact it regardless. So it's advisable then to put the testosterone in and potentially a little bit more to raise you either up to the top of the natural range or even slightly out of it. With most people, that wouldn't see any negative impact on your health, and you would start to gain muscle. If you're then going to add a secondary compound in, it makes sense to start going up with that secondary compound, replace it with the natural production, as I've covered in other videos. In my personal experience, putting testosterone up past a certain point doesn't see any more positives. However, you will start to see other negatives. I'm not someone who aromatizes massively anyway, doesn't get any sensitivity to the nipple, or it's very rare. It's potentially a little bit of water retention, but that's usually not caused by estrogen, it's usually caused by other factors altogether. But if you are someone that has a lot of sensitivity in that area, it makes no sense to put testosterone up and then run an AI. It's pointless. You start to see diminishing returns at that point. So if you're going to run testosterone only, yeah, if your first cycle at 250 test, perfect. 300 test, perfect. Even 350 test, perfect. Once you start going above that point, I would say it's better to put a secondary compound in. Because otherwise you just keep going up and up and up. And then you're going to see this inverted U where you're getting positives. You might even get slightly more positives, but now you're starting to get more and more side effects. Whereas you could keep that 350, 400 max, obviously spaced throughout the week, and then start putting something else in. And this would be a good few cycles in, and when you've got a lot of experience under your belt, it's not just a case of, right, I'm going on my first cycle, I'm going to chuck 2 or 3 compounds in. It's not necessary. It's much like if you're going to go back to training after an extended time off, you don't go back in to start doing all the stuff you're doing before. You start off with the minimum amount you need. And then you have somewhere to go later on when you can increase over time. And this is the same thing here. If you go straight to the top, regardless of what you're taking with testosterone or other compounds, you then limit the amount of time you can do it for. So as I say, testosterone, start working it up and up and up and up, then start putting a secondary compound in. It's far better in terms of cycle structure than just going high on the testosterone. So as I say, in my experience, after a certain point, it doesn't really get that much. And I wasn't really getting much negative side effects, but many of you will do. And this is why you'll find your own personal limit, which is why I say on the first few cycles, run test only. And then you can find where that limit starts to come from. And then now we know, okay, that's where you start to hit a point of diminishing returns. And then we can start adding that secondary compound in and keep this at the same point. Hopefully that makes sense.